Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Okay, so today I still haven't committed yet to what book cover to make my next journal in. So I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and make some ephemera or get some things ready. So I'm getting some pieces of the paper out that I'll probably use. What I thought I would do is collage this gigantic folder. I want to say it's one of those 14. Let's see. It's big. I got a box of these at an estate sale one time. Well, that doesn't, I think that's going to be, I think it's going to be 14. That one's one of those zeroed out rulers. So yeah, about 14 inches by, let's go this way, 9 to the first fold. So anyway, so my thought was I'm just going to go ahead and collage. How do I want to do this? I was going to collage the inside. Let's see, will that fold nicely? Okay, I guess I'm going to collage the outside, and then on the inside I can put some coffee dyed paper or something over that. I like using manila folders because a lot of times I don't have to back it. So then my thought was, after I collage it, I want to cut it, and I want to cut some just a few inches tall and keep it as a little folder. So maybe make them about 3.5 inches tall or so, and make, you know, little folders out of them. Could probably get 3 or 4 folders, depending, 4 inches, 4.5, whatever. Okay, so that's the deal. Let's do that. So this side needs to be kind of directional, doesn't it? Does it? Okay, well, we'll look at directional if necessary. For the most part, everything is just kind of designs. So I have papers out, I have my glue book out, and then I have some glue. And I'm just going to get started. I think I'll put, just to be out of the way here, I think I'll put my glue book over on my little pull-out drawer, since this thing is so big. Okay. And yeah, let's just get started. My first thing I want to do is, or in the near first thing, is reinforce this part. Sometimes if I don't do that right away, I'll forget, and then you know, I'll end up buttoning something right up against that. So I want to make sure that I can overlap that nicely. So anyways, I want to do that. Okay, so I hope everybody's having a really good day. I'm super excited. I am going to get ready to, here in the next few days, announce the winner of the double giveaway, 2 journals. And so I'm really, really excited about that. If you have not subscribed to our channel, I hope you will. I love to do giveaways. I think coming up, I'm going to do a D-stash giveaway. I've got so many things that need to be shared. I'll put it that way. Okay, there's one. I'm going to keep this out because, well, I guess I'm afraid I'm going to get off track and forget about this. But let's go ahead and put some more on here while we have it readily available. Now this part up here, I'm not super concerned with, because I think that is, as far as like making sure it stays as a tab. It could be part of a journal card, but I'm not concerned about it staying as a tab in the sense of a, you know, using it that way, because our fold or our cut is going to cut here on both sides. So that probably doesn't make any sense, but it's, as far as it's staying necessary as a file folder, it's not needed. Okay, so yeah, I'm super excited about the giveaway. And this one I'll have to cut a little bit, I think. So if you have not subscribed, I would like to invite you to subscribe because I'd like to do another giveaway very, very soon. Because I want to get rid of some things in the old studio here. And I have some recently acquired old library things, and I have way more than I could ever in my entire life use, ever. Even if I used 10 a day, I could never use them all. So I really want to get rid of some. And you know, I told you I was wanting to open an Etsy store, so when that happens, there'll definitely be some on there. But I would also like to give them away because I just have too many, and I'd like to share them with my subscribers. So what else is going on? Lolly is here. Lolly, our grand pup. Basically the only puppy that I love. I do care about other pups, other dogs, but nothing like I care about Lolly. So she's here, and she was limping yesterday. I'm not sure what happened, but I did contact my daughter on vacation, and she said that a while back, and I don't even know, maybe last summer, I couldn't really tell, and I'm trying not to bother her too much. She's on vacation, but I guess Lolly, some friends were over and a bunch of kids were jumping on the trampoline, and Lolly got under the trampoline just as somebody jumped, and it compressed her, and so her little leg was hurt. So my daughter wonders if she might have, while she was here, there's so much for her to jump on and off of. She wonders if maybe she had jumped and, you know, maybe re-injured or whatever. So yesterday she said just give her a day of rest, which we did. We just rested, which is basically about all we do anyways. And see how she does. Well, today she seems fine. So we'll see what happens. But she's so fun to have. I love having her here. She's sweet, sweet, sweet. Joey, as you know, gets up every morning and gets my coffee, and then we sit in bed and either do our Bible study, or we need to get back to that more faithfully, but or we will you know, discuss the day's events or what have you. And oh my gosh, Lolly, she will have none of it. If both of our hands are not on her, she will just bother you until you recognize her. I think I better put this over here. I don't want to get those too close together. Too much pink maybe. Anyway, she's a mess. I'm going to save that because I think I'll use it again, but I want to see what else I have. I can't remember. I know I just did some Etsy shares, but I cannot remember where some of these came from. Even if these are the ones we shared, I kind of want to say this one came from Cotton and Twig. These out here, but I can't promise. I don't remember. That's pretty. So Lolly's here, and then Joey's buddy Ethan is here. You may remember me talking about Ethan. One of Joey's. He's had him as a buddy ever since high school. That's a lot of pink right there together, but anyway, so he's here. They have a Hot Wheels show to go to. They'll leave early, probably 3 in the morning to drive. It's in another state. It's a big deal, as they say. I've never been, but one day, I just don't know if I could spend, travel and then spend all day Hot Wheeling it. I support Joey's hobby for sure, but I don't know that I could do it that long. I'm just poking that right down in the center there. Okay, well, let's put this paper back. Then this is one that I just showed you. I'm not sure if it's Carol Cuts Designs or not. I cannot remember. But it's one that my printer had a goof up on. And I thought, oh, it's going to be perfect to do. It's a collage in itself, which is super fun to use for collage paper. But it's also fun to use as a page, I think. Now, this is from a vertical kit, but that doesn't bother me when I'm using them as pages because I'll just trim them down or fold them or whatever. Okay, I think I'm going to go right down the center to begin with because I don't know that I'm going to use writing right now. I think I'm going to just use... We'll save that because that might be something to fill in on the back side if necessary. So we have that. And then maybe right here. Right here. I don't know. Okay. So that's a scrap. I'm going to put that to the back. Put this in this to the back. Or maybe I'll just set them over here and keep those all together. Okay. What else is going around here? Oh, so I did contact some of my friends and I said, hey, Joey's going to be out of town all day tomorrow. Does anybody want to come over and have a craft day? Because I definitely am going to be crafting all day. And it may be in my pajamas. I have gotten glue all over that. So far, no one can make it, but I can craft by myself. I mean, I've done it many a time. I think I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to go like this. So that's tomorrow. I don't know what time they'll be home, so I need to talk to Joey to see if I should plan dinner, or something. Not real sure. I do have some stuff for grilling tonight, if that's what they're up for. You could, when you're doing this, you could also, if you wanted to, distress along the way, but I just didn't want to. Right now, I might give it a little distress later after I cut them all up. And then I might also do some sewing on them. I like to do that when I've collaged. Why will that fit? I think it's big enough that when it bends, it'll be okay. And then we have this little guy. So my daughter, my granddaughter brought over all of their outdoor plants and indoor plants for me to tend to because they turn their water off when they leave. So that's pretty cool. And I'm just like, oh, I just don't want to kill any of these plants. They're so beautiful. Oh my gosh, they're really making my garden look pretty. Tell you that. She has this incredible what would you call it? Hibiscus. Okay, so that's going the right. So this is, let's see. When I fold that this way, so this one would need to go opposite, or it needs to go, when I cut it, when I cut this, let's put it right in the middle there. So, so there's that. So I'm trying to not kill any of these plants, and I'm trying to take really good care of Lolly. Okay. This one's going to be fun, isn't it? Really like that. Ooh, I love it. Adds a lot of different color to it too. You know, with that dark green. Oh, that is so pretty. Just trying to get that over there really good. Both of my girls are traveling. I'm trying to put these like type things not close together so that when I do make the little folders, you know, they won't be right on top of each other. This one is going to be far enough from that one that it won't matter. So I think I told you that a friend at the last retreat, Margaret, gave me this rubbery deal. And it's really good. I'll see how it works on here, but it's really good like if you get glue on something and you want to get that glue off, so it works really, really well. I'll leave that out. A little crooked. Cover up that edge. There's so many things I want to do, you know, I mean, there's just not enough time in the day. And when I think about it, I think, oh, how come there's not enough time in the day to do that? Seems like there would be enough time, but I'll give you an example. I think this is going to need to go this way. I'd like to do collaging. I'd like to do, what am I saying? Jelly printing. But you know, once you get everything out, that's half the craft time. I'd love to do some more of the beeswaxing. That was so fun. And that really wasn't too big of a mess to put away, you know. I'd love to do more of that. And there were some sheets of paper that I forgot that I had printed specifically for that. Okay, I think I'm going to do just a little bit more of this. I really like it. I like the colors. That's very Cricut. That won't be too bad. Okay, and I don't remember if I told you this or not, but I booked my flight to go see Kathy. You know what? That really doesn't matter where that is because it only matters down here. Directional, because of how big I'm going to make those little folders. Anyways, yeah, so I booked my flight to go see Kathy. I'll go see her in August. I would like to film while I'm there. We'll see how it goes. Every time I say I'd like to film while I'm there, maybe she'll let me interview her or something. We've got stuff we're going to work on. I have plans of stuff I want to work on, and I think she has plans too. So what we do is we just get in that craft room and we just go to town on it. It's basically about what happens. Once in a while we venture out, go do something, but really we're both just happy little peas in a pod being in the studio. Inspiration Barn, if you ever look that up. The Inspiration Barn, that's where we'll be. That's where I'll be spending the time. Now, let's see. I just better... Let's see, that's going to go like that. So maybe here. Okay. Oh, and then we have this one pink one. So, typically what has happened is I have bought that $4 suitcase at a thrift store there in town, and to bring stuff home because I just take, you know, a carry-on. And so then I bring stuff home. Then when she comes to visit, she uses it, takes it home. So then it's there when I get there. Well, I have visited, this will be the second time since she's come. So the suitcase is still here. So I'll be taking a suitcase to and fro. So instead of a carry-on, I will take a carry-on because you never know what I need to bring back. But instead of carrying on, I'm going to pack it in the large suitcase so that going there, I don't have to mess with that because I don't really need any other stuff versus what's in my little backpack that I take, which I need to figure out what my craft will be with that backpack. I always like to take a craft on the flight. I need to figure that out because I'm working on just getting a few little ditties done for this journal, and I just haven't had the, oh, what do I want to say about it? I'm going to turn this way since it's at the bottom there. I haven't had the creative notion yet on what I want to do as far as the cover goes. So I thought I would just make stuff like this until then. So if I figure it all out before I leave, then I'll probably take some of that to work on. The other thing is I'm working on another project that I want to use at church. So that's a possibility. Oh, that's a good spot right there. So that's a possibility to work on the flight. Okay. That's neat. Maybe. No, I think I'll leave it just like this. Maybe take this off. I haven't been really faithful about every edge, but I do like it when it's kind of decorated like that. Okay. I'm liking it. Now I do know this is a Roxy. As a matter of fact, I think a lot of the papers coming next are Roxy Creation. I'm just going to shore that up a little bit. Let's see here. Oopsie. I have been sewing and looking at fabric in my stash. I need to do more of that. More looking at my stash. That's another thing I could be getting rid of too, is some of my fabric. I did give, well, you probably remember me saying I gave a bunch away. Oh gosh, what did I say? 8 or more trash bags of fabric. So what I did was, you know, I have so much vintage fabric. I just cut myself a nice piece and then bagged it up and took it to my daughter's craft day at their church. They have a couple of quilters. And then also my friend at church, she quilts. And then my friend Julie does, let's see, it's called Dress a Girl or something like that. And it's a ministry. I like that. I just don't want too much on the same card. I think that'll look nice. And so she got some too. Not all of it was dress material, especially for a little girl. Some of it was a little heavy, or, you know. Okay. But all that being said, I still have so much fabric. So I could easily get rid of some fabric. Maybe I'll stick some in the giveaway for the 2 subscriber winners for the two journals. Maybe I'll poke some down in their box. Okay. Do I have another piece? There it is. I also need to get some buttons out. I have so many buttons, but you know what I found myself doing the other day? My friend Sue and I went to a tea room, and I found myself looking at little jars of buttons. I didn't buy any. I have so many buttons, but it's just I just love them. So I don't know. I'm a mess. Okay, now I think I think these are all from Roxy Creations. Some little things. I think these little tiny ones I'm going to put in my scrap drawer over here. Now this one, we could use. I could use it like this, and then like this. And I don't think I'm going to keep that arm. Okay, there's a little piece. I'll put that, square it up a little bit. Put that in my little, we'll use that on something else too. It's a nice little piece. Well, it was a nice little piece. Put that in there. Some nice pieces. They're so little. I think what I did was I put them all together because I must have been collaging at the time. But they're so little, they should go in the other collage thing. So I'm going to use this piece. Keep that one. These are off of an envelope, which is fine. Wait, what was that? We can use that. Not today, but yes, this is a misprint. Oh, maybe, I think these are Roxy. Cut holes out of these. Let's just get rid of that. I must have been doing like a hole reinforcement with those. Oh, this is pretty. This is Roxy. I did it on fabric. Oh, that's pretty. We'll use that. Isn't that pretty? It's a smaller one. I'm going to keep these out because I will probably... Now, this looks like a Junk Journal Studio, but I don't know because they were with my Roxy stuff, so it's probably Roxy. Okay, I'm going to keep that all together because a lot of these will be good for the journal that I'm going to be doing. Okay. Oh, here's another one. Another pretty picture. Pretty paper. Here's one that, again, printer. Okay. I feel like there was another one that I printed wrong. Oh well. Okay. All right, let's use what we have here. I don't know what kit that was from. But I feel like Roxy keeps things on her Etsy store for a while. I'm going to save that. I'll put something here. How about this one? So you could probably still find it. I've had it for quite a while, maybe even years. But I feel like you could probably still find a lot of these if you search her store. That blue one I've used so many times. So many times. That one probably could have been cut in two. Whoopsie. No kidding, you can see that, what I'm doing here? I try not to think too awful much about it, but what I do try to think about is that I'm not in line with anything. I don't want anything to be completely lined up with the one next to it or on top or below. Joey and I did not sleep well last night. I know I didn't, and I'm not great when I don't sleep well. I toss, I turn. He said he slept terrible, didn't sleep at all, which doesn't surprise me because I was tossing and turning, but he said his was just, he just didn't feel very good. So that stinks. So both of us are tired. I hope he gets in bed early tonight since he has a big trip tomorrow. And then they don't stay the night. They spend all day and then they come back. So yeah, I hope he gets in bed early. I thought he was going to come home and mow the lawn. I was like, I just don't know how. But I talked to him. He's like, there's no way he could mow the lawn tonight. Well, and another thing is he's on call through July. In July, now he did trade this weekend with another guy, and he took that guy's another weekend of that guy's, but he's been called in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times this week. Last night he got a call at like almost 11, and I could hear it in his voice as soon as he looked at the who it was from. He was like, hello? But I guess he was able to walk him through it on the phone, which was good because we don't live close to where he has to go. So it's a matter of hurrying, getting dressed, and then making the trip, getting there, assessing, and then doing whatever it is that needed to be done. So I'm grateful he didn't have to go in, but that might have been one reason why he didn't sleep well. It's possible that he had that on his mind. And he's been working in a muddy ditch most of the week, so that hasn't been fun. and I haven't even looked at, I have him come in the mudroom and strip down. He's got his own special basket. His dirty clothes do not contaminate the rest of the house's dirty clothes. So he strips down in there and then puts them in the basket. And I on Fridays wash those clothes when he gets, you know, when it's all said and done. Sometimes I'll wait till Saturday if there's a lot of lawn work. I'll toss those clothes in too. But anyways, I haven't even looked to see what the situation is, so who knows what those look like. Okay. That's pretty. Pretty piece. Down here. You know, when you collage, or at least for me, you're going to cover stuff up with this layer. And then I'm just going to cut it apart, and I'm not going to decorate it just yet. I don't think. I'm just going to be happy today if we get this part done. Get this done, and then I can then cut them apart and decide what I want to do with them. I'm guessing I'm going to use most of it, almost all of it, you know, in the, oh, I could use that over. Okay, I'll do that. I think I go like this. Wish I would have cut that, but I can put something over it later. Oh, might be out of glue. Yep, that one's done. These are those little ones that I had bought, I don't know, early this year or late last year, I can't remember. And I do like the little ones, but golly, the couple of first ones were just so melty. Okay, so since I did that one that way, I think I'll do this one this way just in case it gets in the same one. Not that it really matters. Okay, what do I want to do with this one? Where do I want to put that? Let's look and see, where does it need it? Maybe up top there. Okay. How are we doing on time? Oh boy. Better pick it up. This one's just going to be a little one. It's going this way. It doesn't matter. Let's see if there's anywhere else that needs a little one that I don't have. Nope. All right, so that's going in the paper thing. Okay, let's do this real quick, and then we'll see how we're doing on time. See, this one has a lot of different things, so although I'm trying to not do a lot of words, but maybe we can, well, that rose will help, and the leaves will help. It's on top of a doily, so that's pretty. I just don't think I want any of that grayish tan. I think I just want to kind of stick to this kind of thing. I don't think I like the placement there. How about there? Anyways, I'm getting very excited about going to Kathy's. It'll be here before you know it. It's still quite a little ways away, but it'll be here before you know it. And there's just nothing like being with your sister and spending time together, you know. And then I'm also hoping to see my nephew and Kathy's son and his wife and their daughter and my other two nieces, Kathy's daughters. Always like to give a good long neck hug so that it'll last till I see them again. I think that's done. Yuck. Ick. Joey and I went out last night. I think I mentioned before, there's this little locally owned restaurant, and they have happy hour Monday through Friday. So you can get like several things on happy hour, like different sandwiches and different sides and stuff like that. And so we went and we split a patty melt, which is probably one, if not my all-time favorite, one of my all-time favorites. Split a patty melt, and we what else did we do? What else did we split? Onion rings, and then cheesy fries. Gosh, I hate to tear that up, even though I could print it again. I think it's so pretty. What's this? How about this? Because I've got multiple of these. And we sit up at the bar, which to me is so fun because you get to talk to so many people as people are coming and going. And they do, at this particular restaurant, they do takeout as well. And so I was sitting next to a guy that was waiting for takeout, and that was fun to chat with him. Joey and I were chatting with him, and then there's people that also come that we've seen before that come for, the happy hour meal, and that is really pretty. Those little, I don't know what they are, berries of some sort. And yeah, so that was so nice. And it hit the spot, it wasn't like a full meal. Neither one of us ate very much. We even had leftovers we had to bring home. But it was nice to, just split the sandwich. It was delish. I have to cut that. Get that tore. Get that white off of there. And then we came home with full tummies, and we're just about done. I kind of hope that's the way it is for Joey tonight, but I hope he gets to sleep. Okay, gosh, I need to still keep finding something. I Need to get on it. Oh my gosh, my videos have been so long lately. I felt like I had stuff together so that it wouldn't be too long, but this will be a good one. It's very pretty, that orangey color. That looks like wallpaper or tapestry of some sort. Trying to take up the most room. Okay. Sometimes, you know, you just need to get some crafting done and you think, oh, I'm going to turn on the video, and it's not as entertaining sometimes as other videos, but maybe you'll learn something, or maybe you're sick, you need something to help you sleep. Turn on one of these videos, lull you to sleep. Down here is going to be my best bet, right there. Now in the next video, we'll see, but I think what I'm going to do is just show you, come back and show you cutting it up and then making cards out of it. Okay, so I'm going to save those. I think I might even save that. This. Oops. There it is. Right there, or right here. Yeah, that looks good. Getting down to the nitty gritty, I might have to get into my scrap. My scrap drawer. That's good. Right there. Okay. Glue up my finger. Well, I'm just so grateful if you have hung out for this long, which I know there are many that, you know, like to just come and hang out and see what's going on and then, you know, move along, and I understand that. But if you have hung out for this long, I'm glad you did. Glad to have you. Glad to have you for any amount of time. It's fun to have everyone at the little yellow house. trying to find a spot that doesn't have glue on it on my glue book here. She's turning out cute. I like it. That's too close. Too close. So that one might be a keeper, a saver. All right, I'm going to have to revert to this drawer here. The only thing up here I have is this, I believe, this little dot right there. So I think if I can get that fixed up. Here, about this one. That's going to be good. I didn't tear any straighter. How about that? I think that's fine. Okay. Now let's see here. Was testing my punch out, and this paper was kind of thin, so it didn't really punch well. Is that going to work? Yep. Oops, hope it's thick enough. There we go. Okay. What do I do with the rest of that? There it is. Do we have anything little that needs to go on? Might be there. Okay. Already tried that. Yep. That might work. Well, it's a lesson for me because I think I'm going to turn that the other way, because I really felt like I had enough papers. So next time I know when I do any collaging, I need to make sure I have a ton of paper handy. I don't even know. These aren't really paper scraps, more like thick scraps of something. That's too light. Doesn't really go, but nah, I don't really care for that. All right, I gotta find one more. One more. Let's just use this. There's that. Okay, let's just use this. It'll go good because it's part of Roxy's little envelope. She makes the prettiest collage papers. Oh, did I cut that short? Almost. Okay, now that's too close to that one, isn't it? Is there anywhere else that needs something? Could put that right there. Just kind of break that up a little bit. Well, no, that's fine. Okay. Oh my gosh, I need one more little piece, a little square of something. Excuse the reach here. A square of something right here. I'm going to turn it this way because some of that's going to get cut off as I trim it. Okay, do we do it? 6 hours later. Oh my gosh, we did go into an hour. Oh, it looks good though. And then it's going to fold like this. You could even make yourself a nice little folder by doing this. Okay, very good. All right, well, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. And I'll come back and we'll cut it up and we'll make some cards. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, we pray blessings over you, and we want you to know you're so loved. We'll see you in the next video, everyone. Bye-bye.